If you do not want to make the same mistakes every beginner makes on their first knife, come with me and I will help you. This is a series where I will show you, from start to finish, how to build a knife the right way. And today I am going to show you how I do the hand sanding on my knives. To start, I use a 100 or 120 grit sandpaper. With it, I remove all the scratches left by the belt grinder. I begin in the area close to the ricasso. For that, I use a regular sheet of sandpaper, but with double-sided tape on the back, attached to a dull file. This gives me more control and precision in this area. I start sanding side to side. And then move to diagonal motions first to one side then to the other. This cross sanding is important because it helps completely remove deeper scratches. If you skip this step, the scratches will show up at the end, and there is no fixing it later. After removing the deeper scratches, I switch to sanding in a single direction along the length of the blade. I always finish each grit with all the scratches going in the same direction. The logic is always the same. Cross sanding to remove scratches, align sanding to finish, and only then move to the next grit. I repeat this process across the entire blade. And an important detail, I change the sandpaper often. If it gets clogged, I replace it. Now a concept that completely changes how you sand. The goal of sanding is not to attack the scratch. It is to level the entire surface down to the lowest scratch. In other words, you do not press directly on the scratch. You remove material around it until everything is at the same level, and then the scratch simply disappears. For me, this is the right way to do sanding. With the 100 grit finished on both sides, I move to 220. I repeat exactly the same process. After that, I do the blade marking. Here I use electro-etching with a stencil of my logo. I position it in place, secure it well with tape so it does not move, and apply the saline solution. If needed, I repeat the process until I reach the ideal depth. If you want, I can show this electro-etching process in detail in another video. With the mark done, I go back to sanding. Now with 400 grit, and then 600. Since I am going for a satin finish, I stop at 600. If it were a mirror polish, then I would continue with finer grits. Now I move to the finishing. In this case, I am doing a satin black oxidation. I use a product like cold black similar to Perma Blue, which is a cold phosphating solution. I apply it with a medium abrasive sponge, always following the length of the blade. Never in sideways motion because that can mark the finish. I keep applying until I reach the tone and texture I want. Then I clean the blade and apply oil. Now an important detail. I let the blade rest with oil for about 12 hours. This prevents stains and ensures a more uniform finish. If this helped you, leave a comment with your thoughts. Let me know if you have any questions or if you think anything was missing, and don't forget to like and share. And in the next one, I will show you how I make the knife guard.